What a GC to start this weekend, guys, am I right? First Bo-Katan comes and slaps our expectations right out of the park. And now we've got to deal with this monstrosity. Let's break it down. Alright, so we are on Takodana and we're facing off against the Resistance. It's a JTR lead with Zori Bliss and GL Ray. It's fun times for everybody involved. We've got the global modifier Safe Haven, and honestly, I really don't feel safe in this particular galactic challenge. While no characters are death-marked, essentially, the first character to deal any sort of damage to the enemy team will be death-marked. If you don't know what Deathmark does, it essentially means you take additional max health damage when you get hit. This is reduced by certain characters like Malik and Crew and GLs and stuff like that. And they can't be revived if they get killed, which is a little bit annoying because we do have a feat where we have to win with no deaths. Now, we've got bonuses for our clones, which is great. Dauntless Courage. Whenever a clone trooper gains a buff that can be dispelled, they also gain Dauntless Courage, which stacks their offense, crit chance, critical damage, and health steal throughout the encounter. It's wonderful. Fearless Fortitude is the enemy's modifier. Whenever the enemy resists a detrimental effect, they gain a heal over time for 1 turn. Whenever a resistance ally gains a buff, they also gain stacking, potency, crit chance, crit damage until the end of battle, and 10% turn meter. Annoying. Let's take a look at the feats then. We need to win with full team of clones, obviously. We need to win without losing a unit, and we need to win after attacking out of turn 20 or more times. Really not so bad, but I would say you want Captain Rex for this. Alright? Cool. Great. So the team that I'm going to be using is a standard 501st team with Captain Rex as the 5th. Obviously, Gas himself is not a clone, so we're going to take in standard clones here, and then we are just going to throw in our Captain Rex. Now, you don't need a Relic 9 Captain Rex for this, but you are going to want to have high relics on your clones to make this easier. So I've got some footage for you. Let's go check it out. Okay, so you're essentially looking for an opener here where Rey uses her basic. If she lifebloods at the start, just restart. We need her to do a basic so she gets Deathmark. Until that happens, just restart the run. Trust me on this. We're going to use an opener, AoE from Captain Rex, and then we're going to cleanse all of our debuffs. Focus exclusively on GL Rey. You want to be able to kill her as quickly as possible, and do not taunt with 5s. You want to be able to get 5s to trigger the sacrifice if you can. I mean, it's not the biggest deal. You can actually get all the feats done. Captain Rex kind of gives you that huge element of survivability, but you certainly don't want him to die organically. You want him, if he's going to die at all, you want that to be through the sacrifice mechanic. So just focus on GL Rey here. Obviously, with that death mark, she can't stealth when Zori's unique triggers, which is super useful. And Rey will actually prioritize Lifeblood over using Whirlwind, which is one of the only reasons why we're able to keep this going. So again, we're just focusing purely on that GL Rey right now. We've nearly got our first aerial advantage, which is fabulous. Getting so close to killing GL Rey. Come on, she's gone. Fabulous. Great. Okay, now Finn has also got the death mark because he was the next person to attack. We timed that out quite nicely there. Just waiting for it. And we've got aerial advantage, but I'd recommend you probably just use form up here to cleanse off those debuffs, get yourself some extra TM. Because, you know, aerial advantage will basically kill anyone. This is where we will get death mark on ourselves over here. Looks like it's Echo. Aerial advantage. Take out JTR. She's incredibly annoying. You could get really unlucky and have her evade that, but chances are it's a no-no. Now, I start taunting here with 5s because Echo has death mark. That means there's a chance that they might ignore the death mark on Echo and instead focus on 5s, which is super useful at trying to keep your characters alive. Obviously, you won't be able to do this if the death mark lands on 5s. So there's a large element of RNG in this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to pretend like there isn't. Essentially, what we're waiting for now is just more aerial advantages from Captain Rex, or not Captain Rex, OG Rex, to take out the remaining characters. Rose Tico over there just hiding. She does have that lifeblood, which means, you know, she is going to be taking reduced damage and dealing increased damage. There we go, just Zori left now. And aerial advantage wiped it out. And that will get you every single feat with one team. Alright? However, if you need to still get the survive, we've still got teams for you, okay? So if you're still needing a team that does not use a GL to have no deaths in your team, I I've gone in with a Jedi team here, gone in with JKR lead, taking in Gas, Luke, Hermit Yoda, and GK. Again, you need Rey to have that death mark. You do not want to start this battle with death mark on one of your characters. It never ends well. So, once again, the priority is you need to kill Rey as soon as possible. I'm just going ahead and throwing Master's Training on one of my characters over here. Rey's going to do a bunch of Lifebloods. We're going to get an AoE stun off from Jedi Knight Luke, and then it's just going to be passing turns around and direct focusing on Rey. We need to kill her as soon as possible. Nice big AoE, more armor shreds on Rey. Lovely jubbly. There comes one of the whirlwinds. Thankfully, we've got Jedi Knight Revan's Savior mechanic available, so we really want to make sure we kill Rey as quickly as possible. Passing the turn meter with JKR to the person with the highest turn meter, and doing a big old call to assist with Jedi Knight Luke. And this should finish off Rey, I feel. There we go. Rey is gone. And then Zorii Bliss is gaining their death mark. Lovely. We can focus on her. Now, what you can do with Jedi Knight Revan now is direct focus another character. So you're not worried about Zorii Bliss right now. Hit someone who doesn't have death mark so that you can attack the enemy team without worrying about killing the enemy and getting death mark on yourself. So I'm going for JTR here because she is actually probably the most dangerous character left alive outside of Zorii. And we're just going to be bouncing back and forth, passing that strategic advantage, focusing one character at a time. The fewer characters you can get the enemy team down to, the better off you're going to be. So again, keeping everybody alive is the name of the game right now. I'm placing Master's Training on Jedi Knight Revan. Lovely. And another direct focus is available, so I'm going to put it right back on Finn over here. Once again, I'm keeping that death mark over on Zorii Bliss, so we don't have to worry about it, and killing as many of the enemy team as we possibly can. GK over there doing an absolute phenomenal job of tanking all that damage. Look at him go. Look at him go. We want to kill Finn before he loses that direct focus, and then Zorii is just going to be looking a little bit peaky. A little bit peaky. Let's get an AoE stun. Beautiful. Now this AoE will probably kill Zorii. I think it actually kills both. Yeah, there we go. But if it's just Rose Tico and she's stunned, I don't think you've got a heck of a lot to worry about at this point. Lovely. That bonus health is actually getting reducing her max health thanks to Revan's leadership. So yeah, it can be done without GLs, but it can also be done with GLs. So final battle then, with a GL. I'll use Lord Vader for this particular example. We'll go in with Piet. We'll go in with, who should we take? Who shall we take? Let's take in, I'm not going to take in Royal Guard actually. Reason I'm not taking in Royal Guard is because he does pre-taunt and that could give us some issues. Taking in Moff Gideon, we're taking in Thrawn, who would be nice as the final Empire. Actually, let's take in Maul. Why would I not take in Maul? That's clever of me. So obviously, in this scenario, when you're using a GL, they don't take increased damage from percentage health effects, so death mark is less of an issue. And in a Lord Vader team, you kind of almost want Lord Vader to get hit. So we'll give Lord Vader the death mark, and then our focus is, once again, as always, we want to focus on GL Rey. She is our target numero uno. We're going to place marks over there on our good man Lord Vader. With Gideon in this team as well, that's going to give us the opportunity to reduce the amount of damage that we take once he gets that demoralized out there, which makes it easier for us to survive. You see that demoralized decreases the enemy's offense by 50%, which is super useful. Super useful. So I'm just going to focus on one character at a time here. Yeah, let's get the armor shred. Can't focus on Rey until now. Oh, she had foresight. All right, let's... what do I want to do here? What do I want to do? I mean, we could just fracture Zorii, I guess. And then we want to focus down on Rey once again. Rey is the big focus for us. If we can kill GL Rey, we will all be so much happier about our lives in general. GL Rey, get her gone. It's the basic. Now, I'm pretty certain there's some weird coding as well. That when Lord Vader ultimates, he cleanses all debuffs off him. And that actually includes the locked debuff of Deathmark. So we'll find out now if that actually is the case, because that could cause us some issues. Let's have a look. We go into ultimate. He did have Deathmark. Oh no, he still does have it. Ignore me. Ignore me. I was just being a silly sausage. AoEs here. We are still ramping Mastery when we're doing this as well, which is quite nice. I want to keep that focus on Darth Vader, our Lord Vader rather. And once again, going right back over into Rey. I need to get rid of that taunt off that Finn, so I'm just going to use up some of our Seething Rage stacks. And back over to Ray. Now, Ray is the only person in this team that does not take the Demoralize debuff. She cannot have it because she's a GL. There we go. But everybody else is doing reduced damage. And now we're laughing. We've got rid of GL Ray. There's nothing left to worry about. They're taking reduced damage. Our Lord Vader is basically permanently taunting, which is fabulous. And there's nothing that they could do about it. You could probably put it on auto right now. Actually, don't do that, because Piet might inadvertently place them marked on somebody other than Lord Vader, and that could cause us some issues. So there we go. Nice big AoEs. Let's get all the mass assists in the world. Super easy to get no deaths if you've got a Lord Vader team. You could probably do it with other GLs as well. Fracture on JTR. I don't know why I'm bothering to do this. Really don't need to do it at this point. Basic, and then it's just Rose's Tico. Rose's Tico right at the end is not going to be having too good of a time. And that's it, guys. It is a bit of a disgusting RNG-ridden gag fest, but it is entirely possible with the help of your bald-headed boy Scribble. Now, if that video was not worth a like and subscribe, I don't know what is. I'm closing in on 10k subs. Please be a gentleman. Be a scholar, be one of the tribe, and hit that subscribe button down below. It would mean the world to me. Until the very next video, may the Force be with you.